एवरीवन, वेलकम टू गुरुवरिया एकेडमी। दोस्तों, आज के इस सेशन में हम आपके सेकंड यूनिट में से फिफ्थ चैप्टर दैट इज लेट्स स्मार्ट इसका वर्कशॉप देखने वाले हैं। तो दोस्तों, चलिए वर्कशॉप की ओर बढ़ते हैं। क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट, नेम द फॉलोइंग। वी हैव टू नेम द गिवन पॉइंट्स। फर्स्ट, अ पर्सन टू whom Kailash Satyarthi gives the highest credit of his honor. Answer: Kumar, Dhumdas, Adarsh Kishore, and Iqbal Masih. Second, the greatest personalities from the land of Buddha. Answer: Guru Nanak and Mahatma Gandhi. Third, so-called daughters of Kailash Satyarthi, Asmita Satyarthi and Malala. Afterwards, next, the foraging activities of equal rights mentioned in the speech, Iqbal Masih, Malala Yousafzai, and Tom Harkin. Here we have completed the first question. Now we will be moving to the second question. हमारा सेकंड क्वेश्चन है, mention the social issues highlighted by Kailash Satyarthi in his speech. One social issue is given for you. First is child labor, second slavery, third child marriage, afterward trafficking, sexual abuse and illiteracy. Here we have completed the second question. Now move towards the third question. Question third, complete the following diagram or chart. Here we have given a diagram and we have to complete it. So the diagram is, the aim in the life of Kailash Satyarthi is that every children should be free to be a child, to grow and develop, to laugh and cry, to play and learn, to dream, to eat, sleep and see daylight, and to go to school. Here we have completed the diagram and now we will be moved towards the fourth question. Fourth question, complete the following web chart. Here we have given a web chart and we will complete it. What Kailash Satyarthi appeals? First, let us globalize compassion. Second, let us march from ignorance to awakening. Third, let us march from darkness to light. Afterwards, let us democratize knowledge. And lastly, let us universalize justice. So this is the appeals of Kailash Satyarthi. Afterwards, next question, question number 5. Think and give your own response. Here we have given some questions. We have to think about it and give our own response. First question, how can education help the deprived children and child laborers? The major question in our society, we have to think about it very deeply and very neatly. Answer: education will help deprived children and child laborers to stand on their own feet and earn a decent living. It will help them to have financial independence. Education plays a huge role in building confidence, tolerance, and making children global citizens. From education and gaining knowledge, children can understand their own and the behavior of others. Afterwards, second one, name any other social activities who is working earnestly for child welfare. Write about his or her activity. In our society, there are different kinds of activities, but the welfare activities or their activities we have to mention here. First, Reena P. Nayak is a social worker and child rights activist from the Dakshina Kannada. She has dedicated her life to promotion and protection of child rights. Her works include recognition of child rights and policy formulation of child rights. Next, see what message does the little bird story of the forest fire convey us and explain. Answer: the message that the little bird story of the forest fire conveys to us is that we must try to do whatever we can to improve matters. We must not think that of our efforts are insignificant. We must not think what one can person do. Every little drop counts. If each of us makes a little bit of effort, the sum total will be substantial. Next question. Beside the political freedom that our nation enjoys, what other freedom should it strive for? Say why. Answer. Beside the political freedom that our nation enjoys, it should strive for social freedom, where everybody is treated equally irrespective of caste, creed and gender, and economic freedom, where everyone is above the poverty line. Only then will our nation progress. Next, what is your impression of the acceptance speech given by Kailash Satyarthi when he received the Nobel Prize? Write in 3 to 4 sentences. Answer. The speech was very emotional but rather confusing and repetitive. However, if we wish the children of the world to be looked after well, we have to urge the adults to act in a responsible and compassionate manner. This can be done only by trying to touch their hearts and their emotions. The speakers has attempted to do. Here we have completed the fifth question. Now we will be moved towards the sixth question. Question number six. Choose the correct option and write in front of the given word to convey the exact meaning. Here we have given the words and we have to convey their meanings, and we have for that we have given some alternatives. We will choose the correct alternative as their meaning. First sentence, divinity means godliness. Second, extremities means militant. Third, culminate means succeed. Fourth, exploitation means explosion. Fifth, mortality means death, and dignity means self-esteem. Here we complete the sixth question. Now, move towards the seventh question. Pick out from the lesson the noun forms of the following words. Here we have given some words, and we have to pick up their noun forms from the passage or lesson. First, dignify, dignity, pacify, pacification, pursue, pursuit, ignore, ignorance, poor, poverty, divine, divinities. Next, verb forms. In this, now we have to write the verb forms from the lesson. Democracy, democratization, global, globalize, hindrance, hinder, resolution, resolve, liberty, liberate, service, serve. Here we completed the seventh question. Now move towards the eighth question. Question 8a. Use the following words as a noun as well as a verb and make meaningful sentence with each set in one notebook. First is march. Answer. Our PT teacher showed us how to march, which is used as a verb in a preparation of scout march. This is noun. Second, honor. Noun. The gold medal was an honor bestowed on Mother Teresa by the Prime Minister. Second is verb. We must always honor our nation. Credit. Noun. When I won the match, I received credit for my hard work. Verb. The head of boy of our school was credited for putting his service to the improve the school. Afterwards, stitch. Noun. A stitch in time. Saves 9. Verb. I must stitch buttons on my shirt. B question. Write minimum 4 hidden words of more than 4 letters from the intergovernmental. Answer. Government, internal, internet. Afterwards, see question, make meaningful sentences by using following phrases in your notebook. Here we have given some phrases. We will write their meanings and use them in a sentence with proper meaning. First phrase, in the pursuit of, meaning pursuing or chasing. Sentence, we are interested in the pursuit of the truth of this case. Second, be afraid, meaning frightened. Sentence, I asked my friend not to be afraid of and face the interview with a positive attitude. Third, give up, meaning to accept defeat, lose hope and success. Sentence, we should never give up on our strives of better thoughts. The question pick from the lesson the antonyms of, we have to pick up the antonyms ignorance, knowledge, immortality, mortality, deny, accept, violence, peace, well known, unknown, slavery, freedom. Here we have completed the 8th question. Now we will be moved towards the ninth question. Let's see. Question number 9a. What will you do in the following situations? Here we have given some situations and what would we do in that situation we have to write. First situation, if you see a child working in restaurant, answer, I will talk to the restaurant owner and ask him to send the children to a government school. I will offer to give the child my old books and clothes. Second, if you find a child working at a construction site, I will talk to the parents and ask them to send him to school. I will also inform my parents and ask them to help. Third situation, if you find a child working at a brickwork site, I will find an NGO and inform them. Next, if you come across a beggar child, I will find an orphanage or NGO in the area and ask them to help him. I will also give him some picture books so that he begins to take an interest in the books. Next question B. Write any two efforts that you can make to enroll deprived children out of school children into a school. One is given for you. First, I will persuade parents of such children to send them school. I will inform my parents and ask them to help such families by giving books, bags, clothes, etc. They agree to send their child to school. I will try to contact an NGO working in the field of education and ask them for help. Next question number 10a, in which we are now we will see about the types of sentences. A sentence is a group of words that expresses and complete an idea. Sentences can be classified in various ways. The following is the classification of sentence. First, assertive sentence, which is statement. A sentence that makes a statement or assertion is a sentence. For example, there are many villages in India. Second is interrogative sentence. It's a sentence that asks a question. It is of two subtypes, yes, no, interrogative and WH interrogative sentence. First is yes no interrogative sentence. It generally begins with a helping verb or an auxiliary verb and can be answered by saying yes or no. For example, are you coming with us? Second one is WH interrogative sentence. Okay, what does it mean? It begins with the WH word such as who and why and cannot be answered by saying yes or no. For example, what is the time? You have to answer them exactly. Next type is third imperative sentence. It expresses commands, requests, etc. It generally begins with a verb. For example, open your books, shut down the door, jump from the tree, or like that, close your eyes, stand up. Exclamatory sentence is the fourth type of the sentence. It expresses a strong feeling. For example, how wonderful the river looks, what a shame. त्यानंतरचा after that, next question B. Say whether the following sentences are assertive statements, imperative commands, requests, etc., interrogative questions, or exclamatory exclamations. The mantra carries a prayer. Assertive sentence is the world of so poor. Interrogative sentence. Kill not your children because of poverty. Assertive sentence. Let's walk together. Imperative sentence. What can one person do? Interrogative sentence. We have made progress. Assertive sentence. How utterly we have failed our children. Exclamatory sentence. And afterwards, what a big challenge it is. Exclamatory sentence. Next question C. Rewrite the following sentence as assertive sentence. Why didn't you come earlier? Why you came late? How frightened their eyes look. Their eyes look so frightened. How angry it makes me. It makes me too angry. Should I accept such shackles of slavery? I should accept shackles of slavery. What one person can do. Here we have completed the 10th question. Now we will be moved towards the 11th question. Question 11a. Observe the following underlined phrases. Here have, has, are followed by the past participle form of the verb. This construction indicates the present perfect tense. Find more such sentences from the text. First, we have made progress in the last couple of decades. Second, we have prevented millions of child deaths. And third, it has happened. First, I have come to here only to share the voices. Second, I have started calling her my daughter. That's why I have kept an empty chair as a reminder. Next, I have looked into their frightened and exhausted eyes. Next question B. In the following sentences, the underlined words are called infinitives. Find such examples from the speech and underline the infinitives. First example, every child is free to go. To go is infinitive. I refuse to accept that all the laws, constitution, police, judges, and unable to protect our child. To accept and to protect are infinitive. Next sentence, I am unable to do. To do. I want to see and feel this today inside you. To see. I am deeply honored to recite a mantra from the ancient text of the wisdom and Vedas. To recite. Next question C. Complete the following sentences with the help of sentence given below. First sentence. The biggest challenge knocking on the doors of humankind is fear and intolerance. First sentence. No other challenge knocking on the doors of humankind as big as enters fear and intolerance. Second, fear and intolerance are bigger challenges than knocking down the humankinds. Afterwards, next question number 12a. Match the sentences given in part A with the sentences given in part B. Note the differences in structure. Part A and Part B. Part A, he has kidnapped by an extremist militia. An extremist militia kidnapped him. Second sentence, the child was forced to kill his friends and family. They forced the child to kill his friends and family. And lastly, this can be done by us. We can do this. Next question B, you might have observed that the sentence in a part A are the passive voice, while the sentence in a part B is the active voice. Now change the following sentence into the passive voice. We can do it. This can be done by us. Her angry question still shakes me. I get shakes by her angry questions. Government must make child-friendly policies. Child-friendly policies must be done by government. His answer made me angry. I got angry with his answers. Here we have completed the 12th question. Now move towards the 13th question. Imagine your school invites Malala to preside over Children's Day celebration program. Draft a welcome speech for this guest of honor. Gather information about her from internet or your school library. While drafting a speech, the following points should be kept in mind. First, greeting and salutation. Second, self-introduction and introduction of the topic. Third, the catchy thought piece of news short episode to start with. Fourth, body of the speech supported with related examples and episodes. And lastly, conclusion. Answer. Honorable Chief Guest, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. A pleasant good morning to all of you. I am Ananya Iyer, the Cultural Secretary of the school. Today on Children's Day, I have the pleasure and privilege of welcoming an eminent personality, Mrs. Malala Yousafzai, as our guest of honor. Mrs. Yousafzai is a Pakistani activist for female education and the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. She is known for human rights advocacy, especially the education of women and children in her native Swat Valley in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northeast Pakistan. On the 9 October 2012, while on a bus in the Swat district, Ma'am Yousafzai and two other girls were shot by Tibetan gunmen in an assassination attempt in retaliation of her activism. Ma'am Yousafzai was hit in the head with a bullet and remained unconscious, unconscious, unconscious and it in a critical condition. Following her recovery, she became a prominent activist for the right to education. She founded the Malala Fund, a non-profit organization, and in 2012 co-authored I Am Malala, an international bestseller. 2012, she was the recipient of Pakistan's first National Youth Peace Prize and the 2013 Sakharov Prize. In 2014, she was the recipient of the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize along with Sri Kailash Satyarthi, aged 17 at that time. This made her the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate. In 2015, Ma'am Yousafzai was the subject of the Oscar shortlisted documentary He Named Me Malala. 2013, 14 and 50 issues of Time magazine featured her as one of the most influential people globally. Ma'am, we are proud and privileged to have you with us today. We hope that your presence will inspire and motivate all of us here to greater heights. We request to say a few words to audience before the inauguration of the function. And in this way we have completed the workshop. I hope आपको ये workshop बहुत अच्छे तरह से समझ में आया होगा. I know थोड़ा सा lengthy workshop था, but we have written or we have given all answers of the questions. अगर आपको इस वर्कशॉप में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो, डाउट हो तो कमेंट कीजिए. इसी तरह से सभी इस चैप्टर से रिलेटेड जो अदर वीडियोस है लाइक फॉर्मिंग पे मार्जिन क्वेश्चन है, चैप्टर का वीडियो है, ये सभी वीडियोस देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, बाजू में दिख रहे बेल आइकन पे प्रेस कीजिए ताकि आपको वीडियो के बारे में सभी नोटिफिकेशन मिलते रहे. इसी तरह से सभी क्लास के सभी सब्जेक्ट के वीडियोस एक ही जगह पे देखने के लिए प्ले स्टोर पे जाइए, गुरुवरिया एकेडमी सर्च कीजिए और हमारा यह एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल कीजिए. एप्लीकेशन सबके लिए बिल्कुल फ्री है. एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करते समय अगर आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो तो हमारा जो ऑफिशियल नंबर है उस पर आप मैसेज कीजिए और ताकि हमारी टीम आपको एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करने में मदद करे. एप्लीकेशन के लिंक आपको इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिलेंगे, वहां पे भी आप ज्वाइन हो सकते हो. हमारे कुछ सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट्स हैं, उनके भी लिंक्स आपको इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिलेंगे, वहां पे भी आप ज्वाइन हो सकते हो. इस एप्लीकेशन में हमने चैट सेक्शन दिया है जिसके भीतर आप आपके सभी डाउट्स आपके जो अदर क्लासमेट्स हैं उनके साथ मिलकर ग्रुप डिस्कशन करके सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. वहाँ पे हमारे टीचर्स भी हैं, उनके साथ भी मिलकर आप ग्रुप डिस्कशन करके आपके सभी डाउट्स क्लियर कर सकते हो. तो आज के इस सेशन में हम यहाँ पे रुकेंगे, जल्दी मिलेंगे अगले सेशन में नए वीडियो के साथ. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय दोस्तों, टेक केयर.